You guys, have you seen Squid Game? Of course you have. The whole world has. It was everywhere. You couldn't go online without seeing someone in a green tracksuit or a creepy pink guard costume. But here's the thing. What if I told you the show was giving away its biggest secrets from the very beginning? Seriously. It's like the writers were playing a game with us, the audience. They hid clues in plain sight, and most of us, myself included, were so busy freaking out over that giant doll that we just didn't see them. It's wild. I mean, think about it, the entire show is a mystery box wrapped in another mystery box. Who is running these games? Why are they doing it? Can our hero, Seong Gi-hun, actually win this thing without losing his mind? The questions just keep piling up, and the show loves to tease you with little hints. It's like a magic trick. You're watching one hand, the hand with all the action and the drama, but the real secret is happening with the other hand. It's all about misdirection. And folks, the creators of this show are master magicians. So, let's talk about the big one, the walls. You remember those dorm room walls, right? Just a bunch of bunk beds stacked up to the ceiling, looked pretty plain. But as the number of players went down, more and more of the beds were taken away. And what was behind them? Drawings. The walls were covered in little stick figure drawings that showed every single game they were about to play. Red light, green light, the honeycomb candy, tug of war, it was all there. A complete instruction manual for survival was right there on the wall the whole time. Isn't that crazy? It's like getting the answers to a test before you even take it, but you don't even realize you have them. The players were so stressed out, so focused on just making it to the next day, that they never looked around. They never saw the roadmap to their own survival. And we, the viewers, were right there with them, biting our nails and yelling at the screen. It just goes to show you, sometimes the biggest secrets are the ones staring you right in the face. It's genius, I tell you, absolute genius. Okay, so, how did this happen? How did a show from South Korea, in a language most of the world doesn't speak, become the biggest thing on the planet? It was a phenomenon. 1 minute, nobody had heard of it, and the next, it was the #1 show in over 90 countries. That's more countries than I can even name. It was a global takeover, and it was all anyone could talk about. My monologue was basically just Squid Game jokes for a month. The Roots were even humming the theme song. It really changed the game, no pun intended. Suddenly, everyone was comfortable watching a show with subtitles. Or, they were arguing about whether the subtitles or the dubbed version was better. That was a whole debate online. It proved that a good story is a good story, no matter where it comes from. You don't need big Hollywood stars or a massive marketing budget. All you need is a killer idea, characters you care about, and maybe a terrifying giant robot girl. That seems to be the secret ingredient. The show just exploded. Dalgona candy kits were selling out online. Everyone was trying to carve out those little shapes without breaking them. I tried it. I failed. Miserably. And the outfits. Vans slip-on shoes saw their sales go up by like 7,800%. That's a real number. Green tracksuits became the hottest Halloween costume of the year. It was a cultural moment, the kind of thing that only happens once in a blue moon. It proved that audiences are hungry for something new, something different. And Squid Game delivered in a huge way. What's amazing is that it all happened through word of mouth. People would watch it, get their minds blown, and then they'd have to tell someone. You have to see this show, everyone said. It spread like wildfire on social media, with memes and theories popping up every second. It wasn't just a TV show, it was an event. It brought people together, all asking the same questions and sharing the same shocks. It was the ultimate water cooler show, except the water cooler was the entire internet. Now let's get back to the secrets. This show is loaded with symbols. It's not just about what you see, it's about what it all means. Take the shapes on the masks of the guards. You have circles, triangles, and squares. At first you just think, oh, that looks cool and creepy. But it's more than that. In the real world, those shapes are part of the Korean alphabet, Hangul. They spell out OJM, which is short for Ohinjeogaim, the Korean name for Squid Game. It was right there on their faces. And what about the colors? The players are in green and the guards are in pink. Why those colors? Well, it's like a throwback to old Korean school uniforms and gym clothes from the 70s and 80s. It makes the whole thing feel nostalgic, like these are just adults going back to their childhood. But it's a twisted, dark version of childhood. The bright, almost playful colors clash with the horrible things that are happening. It's unsettling. It's that contrast that makes everything feel so off and so brilliant. Then there are the coffins. Did you ever notice that? When a player is eliminated, they're put into a black coffin that looks exactly like a gift box, complete with a pink ribbon. It's so disturbing. The organizers of the game see the players not as people, but as presents. Their deaths are a gift to the VIPs who are watching for entertainment. It's a powerful and really dark way to show how the lives of these desperate people are being treated as a commodity, something to be won and lost, packaged up and forgotten. Even the maze-like stairways are a symbol. They look like something out of an M.C. Escher drawing, all colorful and confusing. The stairs go up, down and sideways, leading everywhere and nowhere at the same time. This represents the player's situation perfectly. They think they're climbing towards a prize, a way out of their debt and misery. But really they're just lost in a system that's designed to confuse and trap them. They have no real control, just the illusion of a path forward. It's deep stuff, you guys. Deep stuff. So let's talk about the games themselves. To us, they might just seem kind of random and honestly pretty brutal. But in Korea, these are all games that kids actually grew up playing. Red light, green light is a classic schoolyard game there, just like it is here. And the Dalgona Candy Challenge? That was a real street food treat that kids would buy after school. They'd try to poke out the shape perfectly to win another one for free. The show took these innocent childhood memories and, well, turned them into life-or-death nightmares. This is what makes the show so powerful for Korean audiences. It taps directly into their culture and their shared past. Imagine if an American show did something similar with games like Dodgeball or Duck, Duck, Goose, but with deadly stakes. It would feel personal. That's the feeling Squid Game creates. It takes these sweet, simple memories of being a kid, a time when life was supposed to be easy, and corrupts them. It's a commentary on how the pressures of adult life can destroy that innocence. The final challenge, the Squid Game itself, is a real complex game that was popular with kids in Korea back in the day. It has attackers and defenders, and it's all about territory and overpowering your opponent. It's a game of strategy, but also sheer force. By making this the final game, the show brings everything full circle. Gi-hun and Sang-woo, who were childhood friends, are forced to play this kids' game one last time, but now the stakes are everything. It's a tragic and brilliant way to end the competition. So while the rest of the world saw a series of creative, high-stakes challenges, Korean viewers saw a dark reflection of their own youth. This cultural connection adds another layer of depth to the story. It's not just about survival, it's about a loss of innocence and the corruption of memory. It shows how the difficulties of modern society, the debt, the competition, the desperation, can poison even our most cherished memories. It's a powerful message, and it's honestly one of the reasons the show felt so original and hit so hard. So, why did everyone everywhere connect with this show so deeply? It's because, in a way, we're all in the Squid Game. Okay, maybe not literally, thank goodness. I don't think I'd last very long in that first game. But the show's themes are universal. It's about economic anxiety. It's about the feeling that you're stuck in a system that's rigged against you, no matter how hard you work. It's about the enormous gap between the super rich and everyone else. These are feelings that people all over the world can understand. The characters are so relatable. You have Gi-hun, a good guy at heart but with a serious gambling problem. You have Sang-woo, the smart guy from the best university who made some bad investments. Ali, the kind immigrant worker just trying to provide for his family. Se-byok, the North Korean defector trying to reunite hers. Each one represents a different struggle, a different story of desperation. We see ourselves in them. We understand why they would risk everything for a chance at a different life. The show is a brilliant critique of modern capitalism. It asks a really tough question: what is the value of a human life? To the VIPs, people are just horses in a race, something to bet on for their own amusement. The players are so desperate for money that they're willing to participate in a system that could literally kill them. It's an extreme version of what many people feel every day, that they are just a cog in a machine, easily replaced, working for the benefit of a wealthy few. Ultimately, that's the secret to Squid Game's success. It's a thrilling, suspenseful, and action-packed show on the surface. But underneath all the twists and turns, it's a story about humanity. It's about fairness, desperation, and what we're willing to do to survive. It holds a mirror up to our own world, and it doesn't always show us a pretty picture. The show stays with you long after you've finished watching because its mysteries and its messages are the mysteries and messages of our own time. And that's why we're all still talking about it.